Hi, thank you for joining us, and today I'm in conversation with Mr. Joe Murphy, who is one of our music team. Hi Joe.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
Good, good. It's good to catch up on in these slightly strange times, but first of all,
Nice to see you after all this time. You've grown your hair since I last saw you, for real.
it's just getting a bit long. I know, I need to do something with
And
it.
I've grown my beard. But I've trimmed it today, especially because I knew I was seeing you. I made a special effort.
Excellent, brilliant. Well, first of all, first question to you is, how long have you been working with SC Choirs then?
Wow, there's a question. Well, do you know, unofficially, years. Must be about 10 years. Doing lots of concerts, being pulled in as on the violin or the viola, but actually becoming a member of the conductors team and joining properly nearly 3 years ago, can you believe?
Gosh,
Really, yeah. I have to just think about that then. Nearly 3 years ago, so scary how fast time goes.
it
Except
is.
in lockdown, of course. It doesn't go that fast then.
No, absolutely not. And of course, some of those concerts that you mentioned before you officially joined us were at the very late Adrian Bolt Hall. Do you remember the gigs there?
Very well. There's some nice gigs there. Nice big stage, and it was a good sized audience because it filled up.
You did.
It was really good, and a brilliant reaction to everything, and yeah, lots of memories of those sort of concerts, and we did the big orchestras at some point. Probably had 25, 30 players, and sort
Yeah,
of had to all play pianissimo so we didn't drown out the choir too much at delicate moments.
that's right.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I remember it well.
Happy memories. And of course, obviously, we've moved on to places like Elgar Hall now, which is, in my view, one of the best concert halls in Birmingham.
Well, so I hate to say this publicly, but whose suggestion was it that we went there?
Maybe somebody,
I
maybe
think
somebody
it
called Mr.
was.
Joe Murphy.
I think it was a Villa fan. Yeah, that's who it was. Some Villa fan. Yeah, no, because I've done some concerts there with the Birmingham Philharmonic Orchestra, and I was just amazed because the stage actually is pretty close to the size of Symphony Hall, and the facilities are great.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the capacity for the audience was just right as well. It was tick, 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 tick. It was just a fantastic venue. So, whilst I know you were sad to leave the Adrian Bolt Hall, I just knew you were going to really, really enjoy this concert hall because something special about it. It's great.
Absolutely. And it's quite easy to access as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So just tell us a little bit about your musical background and what else you do during your average week.
Oh, okay. Well, musical background. I started learning the violin at school, as you do, and ended up teaching it at school for many years too. Then also went to do my music degree at Liverpool University, where I got a 2-1 there, and did a lot of composing as well. I had some of my pieces performed, one in Liverpool Cathedral, which was a fantastic moment. And I also played the waltz and viola concerto with the symphony orchestra there. So lots of really good memories. Then went on to work at Oxford University Press in their music publishing department, and then joined a company called Gower Music International, where I travelled all around the world, setting up touring concerts for choirs, brass bands, wind bands, string groups, orchestras, all sorts. And I was responsible for North America, so I got to go ahead of these things. Saw lots of Canada and the States and Scandinavia, like you,
Yeah.
following in my footsteps, you see.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then went on and did lots of playing. I really went for fiddle playing and played in many bands, had some great times, and did a lot of touring with that as well. Again, America, the Middle East, Ireland, all over. And whilst starting to fit in lessons, teaching with the Birmingham Music Service, and then going on, I went on to be a teacher, then a deputy head teacher for nearly 10 years and doing the music all around schools.
Yeah.
And I've stripped it right back now. I've gone full circle. I've gone to going into schools and just doing music with kids, because I think that's what it's ended up after all these things. That's what I'm passionate about, really. Sort of,
Yeah.
giving children in our schools, young children, opportunities that I know you, I think they frankly deserve. Not just some of them, but all of them, as far as possibly can be. So, yeah, so that's where I am now. And busy times.
Certainly is. Certainly is. Well, you touched on a little bit about music education there, and obviously you've done a lot of music teaching over the years, and SC Choirs is very much about music education as well as the singing. Why do you think music education is so important for kids?
Well, just look at this lockdown now. What are all the children doing? What are all the parents doing? They're spending quality time with them. They're doing things like baking a cake can you imagine how useful that is to have a finished product that they can all eat and enjoy and share and see the fruits of their labour, quite literally in some cases. And you know, it'll involve maths, it'll involve measuring things, you know, just that teamwork, working with the families. It's a real bond thing. But I could give you loads. It's funny how music is suddenly really taken off. Singing, lots of music going on every Thursday evening for the NHS at 8 o'clock, and lots of my friends, including you, and lots of people playing. And I think it's a lovely atmosphere. But I just think it's a refocus that it's, yes, English and maths and all the core subjects are important. Of course they're important. No one's ever said they're not. But it's maintaining that balance between that and letting children be children, but guiding them, giving them opportunities that where are they going to get if we don't give them to them? So yeah, I'm really quite passionate that you know, every child deserves a chance, and you know, schools or educational establishments where they offer no extracurricular activities like music or dance or drama or whatever else, these kids are missing out. You know, I look in the mirror some mornings and you wonder where the years have gone. Can't keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and you'll get it at secondary school, and then have to go on a waiting list at high school there, and eventually, before you know it, they're in the real world, and they haven't had an opportunity. So it's great, and it's fantastic with the choirs and everything else. That's quite the opposite of what you and everybody else is trying to do. Is actually give them opportunities, make it fun, make it exciting, go on courses, do some great concerts, things, and you can literally see the confidence of these kids just explode, really, and how much they enjoy it. And I remember the concert that we did at the Birmingham Conservatoire, and we had a rehearsal. We were performing to all these top choral guys across the world, you know, John Rutter, you name it. And of course, we're doing a concert pretty much with half a choir, because a lot of them are on the summer holidays. Yeah. And it was a bit scary after the rehearsal, wasn't it? It was a bit all over the place. Yes. Really. Yeah. You know, few nerves flying around. And at the end of it, it was such a buzz. The kids were on such a high, and so were we, I think. You know, we were a long time sitting outside that pub afterwards.
I agree, and I think I have to say, in all the years I've been conducting concerts, I think that rehearsal has to be the most stressful one I think that I've ever been involved in.
Yep.
And yet the concert, as you say itself, was such a great achievement for the kids.
Well, they were watching some other choirs in concert before that, and instead of making them, you know, nervous at how good they were, it sort of says, "Oh, wait till they hear us." You know, I actually heard one of them say that, and they meant it. And very, very, very proud moment.
Yeah, definitely. So you sort of touched on the creative aspect of lockdown. Do you think that when everything finally goes back to normal, whenever that might be, some sort of normal, that maybe it might be an opportunity for schools and the education system to look again at how creative it is, because it's become this wheel of data and testing, hasn't it?
Well, exactly. And, you know, I think you've hit the nail on the head, is if we don't stop now and reflect upon where we've come from and where we want to go and what's got to be different and what's got to be the same, do we all want to jump back on this wheel of endless sort of speed and hurry and data and results and facts and figures? And again, you know, there's room for all of that. But I think if a lot of the leaders, you know, the leaders of the country, local leaders and everything else, if they don't take this opportunity and say, hang on a minute, we're going to do this now, we're going to change this around, we need to do this, we're going to stop measuring everything by results and data. And you know yourself, you've travelled to Finland and Canada and America, and you've seen the way different systems work. Now, we've had a global pandemic here, and really the whole world, I don't just think it's local, I think the whole world has to have a re-evaluation as to what is important here. You know, music is an amazing gift, really. And not necessarily even to play it, just to listen to it, just to enjoy it, to dance to it, to, you know, if you imagine seeing a Disney film without music in the background, it would only be half the experience. I just think we've got to stop. We've had the brakes put on for us. We've got to stop, think, and we've all had plenty of time to do that recently, which is quite novel, and actually think, well, actually, I'm going to do that different, I'm going to do that. But I hope lots of people do it. In fact, I hope it becomes something that is adopted by education and for countries around the world, because as I've already said, life goes fast, opportunities come and go, and if they don't get these opportunities at school, I think generally as a nation, as a people, we're letting them down.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's just hope that things do change and that it's an opportunity to move forward in a very new way. Um,
Absolutely.
we've loved having you part of SC Choirs over the last 3 years, and I know that
Love being here.
I know that your schedule is very busy, and that you're taking a step back from conducting, really from the next academic year. And I just thought I'd ask you what was your highlight, if you like, in the last 3 years, or have there been many? Hopefully, there have been.
Well, of course, there's been many. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes that sound you can get out of them. You can go to a concert and you just stand there, and you actually, as you're conducting them, you're getting goosebumps as you're conducting it.
Yeah.
And you know what that feels like. It's a great feeling. And these kids are just giving you 100%, and they're watching you and they're following every move. And not like they always do in rehearsals, but
I don't know what you mean.
concerts, they're good. Yeah. No, they're great. I think every concert we do now, it's like, wow, they're just getting better and better, aren't they? And wow, I can't believe they just sang that, and and then doing competitions and lots and lots of things. And as you say, I've done a lot of thinking. It's a busy crossroads in my life. There's been a lot going on in it for the last year or so. All of the major things that you do in your life, I squeeze them into a very short space of time. Let's put it like that. And really, I think I just need to, even if it's only temporarily, and I still want to be involved in lots of different ways, but I just need to sort of get the energy back, get myself sorted out a bit, reevaluate things, and then see where we are. But I'll always have that brilliant relationship with you and the choirs and everybody who works with them to sort of say, well, great, I'm going to come with you on that residential, and I'm going to come to that concert, and I'll bring my fiddle and play something to it. Or if you're short of conductors, who gives a call and I'll come along. It's just taking it out of a timetable that I feel like is just getting a bit much with everything else. And it's because that the day we rehearse on a Wednesday with the choirs, it's such a busy day. I'm teaching at 8:30 at another school, violin groups, right through the day. Then I do a choir back, then I rush a choir, and sometimes I can do 2 choirs, and every day is like that. And I think I've just been chasing myself backwards, and I'm just going to make myself come the other way at this rate. So, but but I do feel a bit sad, very mixed feelings about it. But it's not something of a decision I've taken lightly, as you know, because I still want to be involved, and I still, want to be part of things because it's good.
Yeah. Well, I, for one, would just like to say thank you to you for all you've done, and what you brought to the table has been so much fun, and musicality and ideas as well, and you've very much been part of the team. And I think I'd like to think of this as not a completely goodbye, because, as you say, a lot of the concerts you will still be involved in, hopefully, from a musical point of view, one way or another. And I'm sure that we will be booking you to come back to rehearsals when you can, maybe to stand in and just to come and see everybody and as a guest.
Absolutely.
And we would very much like that. So thank you, and good luck in everything else you're doing. And thank you as well for agreeing to do this interview today. It's been great.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Richard.
That's a pleasure too. So thank you for watching at home as well. So until next time, from both of us, it's bye.